What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's video, I'm going to be coming at you guys with a very unpopular opinion. I might have saw maybe a handful of people that might agree with me, but I'm 99.9% positive there's probably going to be a ton of people in the comment section who think that this is just an absolutely idiotic idea. But I still want to go ahead and share my opinion on this take and, explain to you guys why I believe that this is a good thing for XDefiant. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep into the topic of today's video, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time, and we are literally so close to the 50,000 subscriber mark. I can literally taste it. Like I said, I think a month after BO6 launch, we'll be able to hit that. But still, we've been just climbing and climbing and climbing every day that goes by. So I appreciate all the support, all the love. And again, if you guys are interested in any content revolving around XDefiant or COD, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell. And last but not least, I will be live today over on Twitch, starting at around 12 p.m. Eastern time, grinding out a little bit more XDefiant. If you guys want to see my impressions of Season 2 live and in action, by all means, tune on in. I got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, in today's topic, I wanted to go ahead and discuss with you guys the new camo unlock in XDefiant that you have to wait until level 500 to accomplish. Now again, this is a very unpopular opinion and a controversial topic when it comes to XDefiant right now. Now I will say, the camo itself definitely needs a buff, to grind up to 500 on a weapon. The camo just doesn't look as flashy, as I expected it to be. It kind of looks like obsidian mixed with a little something, a little oomph added to obsidian, which is nothing wrong with that, but I just think that the blue maybe should be a bit more bright, maybe the color should be pulsating more, just something to make it actually flash, get in your face saying, yeah, this is worth grinding the weapon to level 500. But again, that's not what I'm really, talking about in today's video. That could be adjusted, that could be fixed. The developers at any time could probably go in and make it look a bit more brighter or make it, move faster, something like anything to make it more visually appealing. That could be resolved. What I want to discuss with you guys is how you unlock that camo. You don't simply just grind up to level 500, ladies and gentlemen. No, there are other requirements needed so you can obtain that weapon. Now, yes, if you hop on right now and you have a gun level 400 and you start using it, you will obtain levels. Like, for example, my ACR is a higher level than 400. My P90 is a higher level than 400. My M4 is a higher level. I have guns that are higher, but once I reach 500, I don't unlock anything. And the reason you don't unlock anything is, like I just said, there's more requirements. As you can see right here from Aches over on Twitter, requirements, level 400 on 4 ARs, 4 SMGs, 3 shotguns, 3 LMGs, 2 marksmans, 2 snipers, and 5 secondaries. Then level 500 on the weapon you're going for. And again, you can unlock 500 early, you just won't be able to use the camo until you do complete level 400 on all the weapons I just listed. Now, again, the community is up in arms right now. And I get it, especially if you've been grinding the game to level 400 on multiple different weapons, the grind has been pretty simple. But guys, tell me if I'm crazy right now, but if I remember correctly, over half the people who ditched this game said the grind was way too simple. They said grinding for weapons was basic, and just working on simply weapon levels is not worthy enough. You don't feel any reward for maxing out a weapon because there's nothing really anything extra. From what I see here, it's just a nice little in-between. An additional challenge to make it harder to get a new camo, but at the same time, they're not really making it, too annoying to grind for, right? One of the charms of the XDefiant weapon camo grind, in my opinion, as a very casual individual, is the fact that I don't have to go for crazy, challenges. Things like, long shots or mounted kill, all of that stuff, crouch kills. God, it's a reason why I never even bothered going for any of these camos in COD. And again, to each their own. I know people really enjoy that challenge, but for me personally, I didn't really like it. Coming over to XDefiant, grinding to level 400 was fun for me. I could use whatever gun I wanted. I could enjoy the game. I could play it the way I wanted to play. I didn't have to force my playstyle, in any other fashion to ruin the experience for my teammates, by pulling myself away from the objectives to be stupid on the outskirts to accomplish a challenge. No, I could play the game and I can level up my weapon to get a cool camo for it at the same exact time. I love that simplicity. But with this new, version, they are keeping that simplicity because you don't have to do any challenges realistically. You don't have to do crouch kills. You don't have to do mounts. You don't have to do any of that stuff. No, you just obviously level up the weapons. But in order to unlock it, now you have to work through multiple different weapons. And again, a lot of people are angry right now because it is going to be a grind. Let's be real here. It's going to take time. But isn't that, once again, what people were asking for? Everybody said the game was too easy. There was nothing to work towards, nothing that felt accomplishing. Me, personally, I would argue that this is the perfect, thing to add a challenge to the community, to make them step out of their comfort zone and unlock more camos for different guns to build up for a mastery camo. Of course, if this is going to be considered the mastery camo. Now, if they're going to keep adding and adding and adding and adding camos down the road, it will be kind of odd, right, that they're, handling it this way. But if this is indeed the final camo that they're planning, I don't see anything wrong with this. I really don't, I don't think people should expect to finish the camo grind in less than a week like they do in Call of Duty. And even in Call of Duty, I swear that's why people get so angry with the camo grind, because they don't take their time with it. I've noticed that the majority of people who are okay and happy with COD are the ones who don't force themselves through the grind like that. The ones who need to take a very long break and they need to relax and need to, take months away from Call of Duty are the ones who try to bang out the camo grind in like a week or two. It's stressful. I can imagine it's massively stressful. And the same thing will happen here if you treat this grind the same. The whole point of this is that, once again, XDefiant is supposed to be a game that lasts for years. You don't want a camo grind that's going to be finished in 5 seconds. And to get the mastery camo, this is going to make you step out of your comfort zone, just like how Call of Duty makes you step out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty makes you use different weapons, makes you step out of your comfort, makes you do different things. And although, like I said, I don't really care for the camo grind in COD, I will acknowledge that that is the way to handle it. You want to make people go and put in work, because then it actually looks good. It's rewarding. One, it's rewarding to unlock it. And two, when people actually see the camo, they're like, wow, that actually took a little bit more effort instead of, wow, this guy just only uses the ACR. That's realistically all you see. When you see someone with a level 400 gun in XDefiant right now, you don't really think, wow, that guy suffered to get that camo. No, you think, wow, that guy used the meta since day one and they got 400 on it instantly. You know what I'm saying? You guys get what I'm saying here? Like, visually, there's no appeal to that. It's just, wow, that guy was using one gun and one gun only, compared to, wow, he suffered. He used guns he wasn't comfortable with. He used stuff that he sucks with. That individual went through the pain and suffering of going through, some of the shotties or the LMGs, marksman rifles, snipers, all the secondaries, that person grinded it out. And although it's not as much as a challenge as, doing something like, finding a bunch of long shots and all that garbage, but again, I prefer the way XDefiant already has it. It allows players to still play OBJ, play with their team, and be useful, right? All they got to use is just a different weapon that they're not comfortable with, but they're not going to be pulled out of the experience with strange challenges. All it requires you to do is level up weapons to 400. A time-consuming task, but can it be done? Yes. And will it be a challenge? Yes. But again, I ask you the question, isn't that a good thing? Doesn't this community want that type of challenge? And again, when you see someone with this max camo on their weapon, you're not going to look at them and say, okay, they only use the ACR. If I see this new camo on the ACR, I'm not going to say, that person just literally only touches that gun. That's what I think of when I see the level 400, because that's all you got to do. When I see this, I'm going to be like, wow, they might be using the ACR, but I don't care. Use whatever you want. You literally suffered through everything in the game. You have proven that you are capable of mastering all the types of classes. So, when I see that camo, it's more of an impact compared to seeing 400. But again, that impact wouldn't be there if they didn't have these actual challenges here. If they just allowed anybody to, if I was able to just use the ACR and the ACR only to get to level 500 after it's already 400, and I get the new camo after just simply doing 100 more levels, which I could easily probably knock out in a day or two during double XP, with also having, a double XP booster on as well. That's easy. That's easy. Are you kidding me? I could do that with my eyes closed, my hands tied behind my back. When I see that, it would mean nothing. It would mean nothing. But now, I think it will mean something. But again, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not saying this is how it should be. I'm not saying this is how it should not be. Just like everybody else here, we all have opinions, and I just want you guys to go ahead and share them down below. I'm very curious because I see all over social media, whether it's Reddit, the comments, everywhere, that this system is really bad, and they want it reverted back to the system of being able to just simply take whatever gun you want and just level it up to 500, and that's it. But I do want to bring the counter argument of, again, doesn't this community want that challenge? I saw time and time and time again people ditching this game, saying it's horrible because the grinds are way too simple. Like, I feel like this is perfect. This is exactly what we wanted while still having that simple aspect, that casual aspect, the aspect that anybody can do this, you know? It's not going to be too disgusting looking to a super casual. Like, you know, having to do all these other insane challenges. All you got to do is just use the weapon and level it up, you know? So as a casual, I feel like this is going to be a lot more of an appealing camo grind for a lot of people out there. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, do me a massive favor, go down in the comment section, leave your opinions down below. I love reading what you guys got to say about this, and I'm curious, you know, what everybody thinks. Do you guys really want it to be, you know, kind of an easier grind where you just simply level up to 500? Or do you like the actual challenge that this is going to present for a true mastery camo? Of course, if it comes down to them actually buffing up the camo to make it look like a worthy mastery camo. But as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And of course, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I will be live today over on Twitch at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. You guys find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all next one. Peace out.